Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, in today's video we are going to be discussing Queen and Slim. I went to go see Queen and Slim yesterday and I've been gathering my thoughts. Queen and Slim is a movie I really wanted to see when I first saw the previews. Then I saw some reviews. Then I saw the reviews of the people who, like the regular folk who saw to see it, and I immediately lost so much interest in it. And then Lena Waithe started doing interviews, and I lost even more interest in it. But then I got curious. I'm like, in my opinion, I thought to myself, the critics gave Queen and Slim good reviews. The regular degler critics, the self-proclaimed critics, they gave it bad reviews. And then you have then you have me. You have the people like me who are just regular degler going to see it, who don't consider themselves a critic, who don't, it's just my opinion. This is just my opinion on the movie. And I wanted to come up with my opinion of the movie. And I am more so willing to lean on the side of the self-proclaimed critics who say the movie is just overall not that great.
Uh, yeah. I personally am not mad that I supported it. But if I was gonna land on one sentence, and if I had to wrap my sentiment up concisely, I would say that the film is very arrogant. Queen and Slim reads to me as a very arrogant film. It like overworks itself in trying to place itself in the canon of like a Black Hood classic. Like it feels like someone who it definitely feels like you're taking all these Twitter, Tumblr moments and putting them into a film. All right, so Queen Slim is produced by Melina, can't pronounce her Greek last name, and it's written by Lena Waithe. Now, I don't think it's traditional that we are getting so much visibility around the writer of the film, and that Lena Waithe is getting a lot of press for this film, and she's doing a lot of the branding around, like, you know, saying that this film is a meditation on blackness, and that kind of weird interview they gave to there's a link been floating around Twitter where Melina or Lena suggests that she's a different type of Black person because she watches more than just Black art, and it just ain't doing it for an almost 3 hour movie, okay? Whoo! All right. So we have this movie where Angela, played by Jodie Turner-Smith, and Ernest, played by Daniel, ain't gonna fuck up his last name, from Get Out and Black Panther. Uh, Angela is Queen and Ernest is Slim. We never get into the movie about how we go from Angela to Queen, like how that naming comes about. It's never really, I don't even feel like in the movie they're called Queen and Slim. Maybe I missed that scene. But I actually, if I wanted to nitpick, I could nitpick at the beginning of the movie, right? I could nitpick because I did think it was interesting when they were at the diner that this sort of, I don't think the movie does well addressing people, Black people of different class. Um, this sort of wanting to cast economically disadvantaged Black folks as pathological, in that, like, the waitress was just like, for this to be a restaurant that Ernest comes to a lot and is his favorite, that we just have like the poor Black woman who's just rude as fuck for no reason. But I mean, that I would really be picking there if I really dug into that. But I will say overall, at the beginning of the movie, because I was willing to forgive that sort of setup, but however, a criminal defense attorney ends up on a date with a nigga named Ernest at a diner that serves iceberg lettuce. Okay, sure. But I do think this movie is trying to start a conversation. I think this movie is trying to specifically hit at certain nerves. And a lot of my critique of the movie actually is, okay, well, if you're going to start the conversation, what conversation are you trying to have? What point of entry are you trying to enter into this conversation? And at what point are you trying to have us leave out and disperse out with this conversation. And I think the movie starts with the idea of we are going to have a conversation about the Black experience in America and how it relates to state violence. And then it doesn't answer any of the other questions, right? And then from there, it just kind of, we're just going to do things for the sake of doing things and not doing things thinking about the conversation that they're having, right? And that we go from this police shooting, willing suspension of disbelief, that a criminal defense attorney decides to run away with a nigga. Okay, sure.